In this video, we will walk through, in clear and practical terms, how to register as a sole trader in Denmark, step by step, so that you understand not only what to do, but why each step matters for your business. We will focus on the typical one-person business, known in Danish as an enkeltmandsvirksomhed, and we will assume you want to operate legally, professionally, and with a solid foundation for future growth. By the end, you should have a concrete checklist you can follow from idea to fully registered sole trader. Let us begin with what a sole trader is in the Danish context. A sole trader, or enkeltmandsvirksomhed, is a business owned and run by one individual, where there is no legal separation between the person and the business. You keep full control of decisions and you report your profits as personal income, but you also carry full personal liability for the debts and obligations of the business. There is no minimum capital requirement, and the registration process is comparatively simple and cost-free, which makes it a logical starting point for freelancers, consultants, and small online or service-based businesses. Before you start filling out forms, you should clarify 3 fundamental questions: what you are selling, who you are selling to, and how you plan to operate. This does not require a long business plan, but you should be able to describe your core service or product in 1 or 2 sentences, identify your primary customer segment, and confirm that your activity is legal and does not require a special license. For example, if you plan to offer regulated services such as financial advice, health services, or certain trades, you may need approvals or certifications. It is also advisable to check whether your intended business name conflicts with existing trademarks or company names in Denmark, to reduce the risk of disputes later. Once you have this basic clarity, the next step is to confirm that you, personally, satisfy the requirements to register. In most cases, you will need a Danish civil registration number, the CPR, and an electronic ID, NEM ID or Meet ID, to access the online self-service platforms. If you are an EU or EEA citizen living in Denmark, this is usually straightforward. If you are a non-EU citizen, you must ensure that your residence and work permits actually allow you to run an independent business. Some permits are tied to specific employment and do not automatically cover self-employment. It is important not to assume that having a CPR number alone gives you the right to start a business. When in doubt, confirm your status with the Danish Agency for International Recruitment and Integration or seek professional advice, as operating a business without the proper permit can create significant legal complications. With your personal prerequisites confirmed, you can move to the formal registration of the business. In Denmark, most sole traders register through virk.dk, the official business portal. On Virk, you choose the relevant form for registering a new business, typically under Start Virksomhed or an equivalent category. You will log in using your NEM ID or Meet ID, and the system will guide you through a series of structured fields. You will be asked to provide your personal details, such as your CPR number and contact information, and to define your business, the name you want to use, your business address, and your primary industry code, known as the NACE or branchekode. Selecting the correct industry code is important, as it influences how your activity is categorized for statistics and may impact specific reporting or regulatory obligations. At this stage, you will also indicate whether you expect to hire employees immediately and whether you want to register for VAT, or MOMS, from the outset. Once you submit the registration, and assuming there are no unusual issues, the system will generate a central business registration number, the CVR. This CVR number is essentially the business ID you will use on invoices, contracts, and communications with the tax authorities and other public bodies. In many cases, you can receive the CVR within a short time frame, sometimes on the same day. You should save and securely store any confirmation documents, as they will be important for opening a business bank account and for your own records. A key decision at registration, or soon after, is whether and when to register for VAT. In Denmark, most businesses must register for VAT once their taxable turnover exceeds a certain threshold within a 12-month period. Even if you expect modest revenue at the beginning, it is essential to understand the rules. If you register for VAT, you will add the applicable VAT percentage to your invoices and you will be able to deduct input VAT on your business purchases, subject to the standard rules. You will also need to report VAT periodically, usually quarterly, via Skattestyrelsens online system. Failing to register on time or to report accurately can lead to penalties, so it is prudent to map out your expected turnover and, if you are close to the threshold, consider registering early to avoid administrative risk. In parallel, you should decide how you will handle income taxation as a sole trader. As the owner of an Enkeltmanswerksamt, your business profits are taxed as your personal income. You can choose between different tax schemes, such as the business tax scheme or more standard personal taxation, each with its own implications for deductions, savings, and flexibility. The optimal choice can depend on your expected income level and whether you plan to invest or retain profits in the business. Many professionals choose to consult an accountant at this stage, not because it is legally required, but because adjusting tax schemes retroactively can be complex, and a well-informed initial decision can save both money and administrative time in the future. After registration, you will need to put basic operating infrastructure in place to ensure your business runs smoothly and professionally. It is strongly recommended to open a dedicated bank account for your business, separate from your personal finances, even though the law in Denmark does not always mandate it for sole traders. Separating accounts simplifies bookkeeping, supports clearer tax reporting, and signals professionalism to clients and partners. You should also set up a simple but robust accounting system. This can range from a basic spreadsheet to dedicated accounting software, but it must allow you to record all income and expenses, track VAT if applicable, and store supporting documents such as invoices and receipts. Using cloud-based tools that integrate with Danish tax and banking systems can significantly reduce manual work and the risk of errors. Next, ensure that your invoicing practices align with Danish requirements. Every invoice should include at minimum your name or business name, your CVR number, the invoice date, a clear description of the goods or services delivered, the price, the VAT amount if applicable, and the total amount payable. In many industries, professional electronic invoicing is not only expected but functionally necessary, especially when working with larger Danish companies or public sector clients, some of whom require e-invoices compliant with specific standards. Investing a small amount of time upfront to establish a structured invoicing template will make your cash flow more predictable and your documentation more robust. In addition to these financial elements, consider your legal and risk management framework. As a sole trader with unlimited liability, your personal assets are, in principle, exposed to business risks. While you cannot change this structural fact without moving to a different legal form, you can mitigate risk by adopting disciplined practices, clear contracts, well-defined terms and conditions, and appropriate insurance. Professional liability insurance, business contents insurance, and, where relevant, cyber insurance can all play a role, depending on your activity. For example, a consultant offering strategic advice might prioritize professional indemnity coverage, while a tradesperson might focus more on equipment and workplace liability. Thinking through these topics early can prevent avoidable surprises and help you present yourself as a serious business partner. As your business begins to operate, ongoing compliance becomes just as important as the initial registration. You will need to track your deadlines for VAT reporting, income tax preliminary payments, and annual tax returns. The Danish tax authorities provide online overviews and reminders, but these are only as reliable as the information you input. Building a simple compliance calendar, perhaps integrated with your accounting system, ensures that you do not miss key dates. Keep your records organized and retain documentation for the required number of years, as tax authorities may request supporting evidence in the event of a review or audit. If you choose to hire employees later, additional obligations will arise, including registration as an employer, withholding of income tax and social contributions, and adherence to Danish employment regulations and collective agreements where relevant. To summarize the journey in practical terms, the process to register as a sole trader in Denmark can be seen as a clear sequence. Clarify your business concept and confirm any licensing needs, ensure your personal eligibility and residence status, register the business through Virk.dk to obtain a CVR number, decide on VAT and tax schemes based on your expected turnover and income, set up a separate bank account, accounting tools, and compliant invoicing, manage your risk through insurance and professional contracts, and maintain disciplined ongoing compliance with tax and reporting obligations. Each step reinforces the others. A thoughtful registration sets the foundation for sound financial management, which in turn supports sustainable growth and reduces the risk of regulatory issues. If you invest a small amount of structured effort at the beginning, you can operate as a sole trader in Denmark with confidence, focusing your energy on building client relationships, delivering high-quality work, and scaling your business in line with your ambitions.